Hello everybody, Calabus here, back with some more Hearthstone. We're going to be doing another arena run today. We've got a choice between Shaman, Priest, or Warrior. I already did a Warrior run recently, so it's between the Shaman and the Priest. And I don't really know the Shaman deck all that well. I haven't really focused on it. I know the Priest a little bit better, so we're going to try a Priest run this time. See what we get. Alright, the Oracle don't really need. The Drake is usually the best choice of these three, but with the Priest, the Imp Master could be pretty good because you get him out on the field and every turn it makes a 1/1 Imp and it loses 1 health, but because you got your heal mechanic, you could keep healing up your Imp Master so she gets to kind of stay on the board creating minions until your opponent finds a way to deal with it. So this is gonna be possibly a good choice here, so we're gonna go with the Imp Master. So we got a good minion, some good area effects, and then 1 cost buff and draw a card. I think we'll not take the Worgen yet. We're gonna take one of the two spells. I think we want to make sure we have at least some kind of board clear area effects, so Holy Nova is going to help out right now. We'll take at least one of those. Alright. Not focusing on Murlocs. It's not really something you really do in arenas. I mean, and this also, if I took this and my opponent had Murlocs, it actually buffs their Murlocs too, so it's kind of risky taking the Oracle. Nightblade isn't fantastic. It's kind of expensive for a 4/4, and you just do 3 damage to the enemy hero. I mean, if you could do the target the 3 damage to either minions or hero, then it would be a fantastic card. But I think in this case we're going to take the lower cost useful Brewmaster. Put that in our hand. So Squire is a good turn 1 play. It's a good turn 1 against the classes that has spells that do 1 damage, like a mage, a rogue, or a druid. It'll survive that first hit, so it's a good turn 1 play. Rifleman isn't that great for me. I mean, having some spell power could be potentially good for this deck. I mean, it would help my Holy Nova. I mean, if I turn 4 the Ogre Magi, then turn 5 Holy Nova for 3 damage instead of 2, that could be effective. But I think at this point I want to make sure I have a couple turn 1 early game options, so we're going to take the Argent Squire because she's a good turn 1. Alright, so we got a low cost damage for removal, we got a low cost creature or another Holy Nova. I think we'll take a Holy Smite here just so we could remove some of their early game creatures. Pick that up. Got ourselves another Oracle, another Argent Squire, another Worgen. We're gonna take. I think we're gonna take a 3 cost Worgen on this one since I already have 1 Argent Squire. We'll throw out the Worgen. Alright, so we got a low cost taunt. The Nightblade is back in the draft, or else a Shadow Word Death. I think for some heavy hitting removal, to eliminate some of my opponent's heavier creatures, you want to have at least 1 or 2 Shadow Word Deaths in your deck, so we're going to pick that up right now. We got 2 card draw choices and an Iron Beak Owl. I would like to have card draw, but I can't really pass up this opportunity for silence. I like the Iron Beak Owl. I put them in a lot of my constructed decks. It's a low cost silence and you still get a minion out of it, so fairly useful to have. So we're going to pass up the card draw, hope that we get some other form of card draw a little bit later in the draft, but we're going to take the Owl, Mr. Owl. Alright, so we got a Guardian, a Amani Berserker, and Divine Spirit. With the Priest, you're not sure if you're going to have ways to trigger Amani Berserker by yourself, so not really too keen on that. The Silver Moon Guardian isn't horrible, but I think we're going to take the Divine Spirit, make a couple of my creatures even tougher. I mean, if I could put Divine Spirit on my Raging Worgen, make him a lot harder. You can enrage him and make him a lot harder to kill. So possibilities of doing that. The taunt, Alarmobot. Alarmobot's really only good if you have a heavy minions, a lot of minions that are heavy costing and then don't have battle cries that you want to use. So not really going to use the Alarmobot. And between Abomination and the Quest and Adventure, I just think the Quest and Adventure is a better choice overall. I mean, this could spiral out of control fairly quickly. Also, it's a major target, so people will use some of their heavy removal or heavy silences on this guy to get rid of him right away, so you can kind of bait out some of their stronger removal cards so you can play some of your other stuff later. So, my control tech, I'm not a huge fan of this card. It only works if your opponent already has a huge board against you, which, I mean, it might save your life, but it's not something I want to rely on. With the Mana Wraith, not fantastic unless you're doing a spell-heavy deck and you don't want to play a lot of minions, which I don't have a lot of spells right now. So I think Master Spell's the best choice here. You're going to get a silence. You silence every minion, and you get a card draw. So we'll pick this up. It could be potentially effective. It's like if they throw out a bunch of taunts that you can't get through, or a bunch of buffed-up minions or something like that, it could even the playing field, so to speak. Mad Bomber, well, I mean, if I put out the Worgen and then I throw out my Mad Bomber and the Mad Bomber hits him once and triggers my Worgen, that would be a nice combo. So, I usually don't take the Mad Bomber, but Dark Scale Healer, I already have a healer, so I don't really need one. Scarlet Crusader is actually a good card too, so it's like, do I want to risk the Mad Bomber? Do you want to be in my deck, Mr. Bomber? Or do I want my Bubble Girl? I already got one Bubble Girl. I don't want to name two girls Bubble in my deck. We're going to get a little risky and go with the Mad Bomber on here. No weapons, so we're going to ignore the Dread Crusader. And Divine Spirit. I already got one, so don't want to wind up having a bunch of those in my hand and then not having minions to use it on. So instead, we're going to pick up the Dragoline Mechanic for this choice. So we have a Rifleman, we have a Bear, and we have a Yeti. A Yeti is pretty much overall better creature than the Bear. However, I do not have Taunt yet, and I'm already getting close to the halfway point. So even though it's better with better damage and better health, I think we need to pick up the Grizzly, just because we need some form of taunt at least, and there's no guarantee I'm going to get many choices for taunt with the rest of the deck. So, right, Inner Fire is always a good combo to use, especially after you Divine Spirit something, so we're going to choose that over the big Core Hound or else the Whiffs. So Inner Fire is going in the deck. Got a taunt, but it's an Abomination, which if played at the right time could be okay, but if not, you might just hold on to your hand because you don't want to kill your own minions. But instead, the Emperor Cobra is usually good for taking down big creatures if they don't have a way to silence it or kill it off the bat, so that's a pretty good one. Pine-Sized Summoner, if they don't have a way to deal with it right away, it could be effective. It could give you an early game of pulling out tougher creatures that you should be able to. But I think I'm just going to pick up the Cobra. With the 3 health and early game, it has a chance of maybe taking out 2 creatures before it goes down, so that's fairly good. Dragonhawk, not fantastic for a priest. Stranglethorn Tiger is just a Stranglethorn Tiger. I mean, it's kind of good because it can't be targeted and you could usually get the hit of 5 or choose what you want it to hit. But for a priest, you really can't pass up a 1-cost, 1/3 Northshire Cleric. And I need some more card draw anyway, so this could be an effective way of doing that. Pick that up. Not going to pick up the Oracle. Already got a Mechanic, and the Berserker is nice. Also, if you Divine Spirit this guy, get him up to 14 life. Every time he gets hit and takes damage, he's going to gain that +3. It's not a one-time enrage. He's going to get that +3 all the time. So you put this guy up there, you put up the Divine Spirit, you give him 14 life, you throw out a Mad Bomber and hope the Mad Bomber hits him 3 times, because each one of those hits is going to give him +3, +3, +3. So it could be some crazy combos here with the Berserker, so easy choice to put him in the deck. Alright, so we got a little direct damage to the hero. strong minion that could buff, or the Shadow Word Pain. We already got a Shadow Word Depth to take care of some of the annoying high attack creatures the opponent might have, so we're going to just pick up the Mr. Word of Pain here to try to help deal with the low cost minions. Alright, Alarmobot. Not really looking at it. The Holy Fire could be very helpful. Removal and healing if you need it. The Soul Priest is a good minion. It changes your hero power from doing 2 damage to dealing 2 damage, and then unfortunately it makes cards like this, like it deals 5 damage and heals you for 5. What it would actually do is deal 5 damage to your target, and then instead of healing you for 5, as a result, it would actually deal 5 damage to you. So it's kind of painful. It will also change my Holy Nova into doing 2 damage to everybody, and then doing 2 damage to me and all my creatures. So it's kind of risky. If you don't have a deck built to take advantage of her, it's kind of painful. So I'm going to actually just take the Holy Fire. Alright, got a Panther, Circle of Healing, or another Cleric. I think more card draws and more chances to get turn 1 plays. I think the Northside Cleric is the best choice out of those 3. Ray Leader, Priestess of Elune, Mind Vision. Mind Vision is really just trade this card for one of your opponent's cards. It might be good because at least you know what one of the cards your opponent has. So if you're trying to figure out if they have this card or this card, kind of figure out what they got and what they're playing with. But really, it's just like swap this card out for a different card, and it's like I think I'd rather have the Ray Leader. Pick up the Ray Leader. Yeah. Let's add a Ray Leader to the deck. Alright, so we have a couple spell power things that get bonus from spell power. We got the Holy Smite, we got Holy Fire, we got a Holy Nova. Not really worth taking, especially since I'll probably use all the spells before I even play at turn 6. This one. Boar I got enough ones, I think, that I don't have to worry about an early game boar. So instead, we're going to take a mid game kind of tough creature that can't be silenced or anything like that. So put him out there. Murloc, Holy Nova, Engineer. Because I have 2 clerics and I could kind of try to get card draw that way, I think I'm going to take another area effect Holy Nova instead of the Novice Engineer. Alright. When you're playing a priest, you always expect them to have a mind control. So for me to pass it up at this point is just not fair. I mean, those people need to be worried about it. I don't want to have a deck and not have mind control. That's just crazy. You got to have at least one. So there you go. 1 mind control. Do I have enough creatures? Not gonna pick up the Rocketeer. It's really between a Panther and another Shadow Word Pain. How's my creature looking? I got 5 more cards coming. You know what? We'll take 1 more removal of the Shadow Word Pain. 1 more. Silence. I already have the group effect Silence, so the Master Spell. We're gonna pick up a Taunt because we're kind of low on Taunt, and a Fan Creeper is a really good one. It has a nice tough lifeline to deal with. Alright. Do we want a 3rd Holy Nova? Not really, but the other 2 choices are Circle of Healing could be effective. I mean, but it's restore 4 health to all minions. That means your opponent's minions too. So, you know what? I'm actually going to take the Iron Forge Rifleman for its 1 damage. Not because I'm going to use that 1 damage to actually kill anything, but if I could use that 1 damage to trigger my Raging Worgen or to trigger my Berserker, it could be effective combo that way. So usually I wouldn't take a Rifleman, but just for the sake of comboing my Berserks, my Enrages, we'll pick them up. Alright, 2 cards left. Ghoul, Stormpike Commando, Stormwind Champion. I don't like taking too many high cost creatures. I already got the Berserker, Fan Creeper. I could probably pick up 1 more. And actually, he might be a good combo if I get out the Imp Master and she throws out a bunch of imps and I pull him out a little bit later and make those imps even tougher to deal with. Then that could be effective. So we'll put one champion in the deck. For our last card, we're picking up the Mountain Giant, the Shadow Priest, or Shadow Form. I like Shadow Form. I actually have a Shadow Priest deck, which is my funnest deck to play. I enjoy playing it the most, but it's a little too late in the draft, or not enough spell damage things for this to actually matter. I want to actually keep my healing power for this deck, not trying to do 2 damage. So it's between the 2 minions. Do I want the one that could take control of a 2 enemy minion that has 2 or less attack? Or do I want the mountain giant? I might be able to play the mountain giant fairly cheaply with all the imps that could possibly be coming out. Got a lot of also low cost creatures that are kind of hard to kill. So, you know what? The priest is nice, but we're going to go with the giant. We want a big giant in our deck. So there we go. That's the deck. I'm not unhappy with it. I think it has potential. So we're gonna play a game and see how much potential it actually has. That's the priest deck for you. I feel like I got a lot of the priest cards, priest combo cards that, I mean, I didn't get no light spawns or anything like that, but I have a divine spirit and an inner fire which could combo nicely. I think I got a good range of minions in the deck, good amount of spells, removal. The 2 clerics I have was good card draw, so I think things could go okay. I think this deck, I should hopefully get a couple. Alright, so the cleric is staying in the hand. Ray leader, I'll hold on to you. Shadow word death, I wish you were a shadow word pain, because I'm not worried about him throwing out a creature with 5 attack or more early on, so we're actually going to toss that one. And pick up a Holy Nova turn 5 area effect. My turn 1 play is obviously going to be the cleric. And here she goes. There's the cleric. Boom. A very good turn 1 play for a priest. Anytime you're finding a priest, you're kind of hoping, don't throw out a cleric. Oh, he might be doing an axe here, which will suck. Oh, nope, a knife juggler. Knife juggler. Well, a knife juggler sucks. Well, I can't play any cards. It's either attack the knife juggler, which I'm not gonna do, and then heal myself. So, unfortunately, that cloning the knife juggler was a really good play, because now he's just gonna be able to run his guy into my cleric, and she's not gonna give me any cards. His guy's not even gonna die. But I'll probably Iron Forge Rifleman to kill him this turn. So that's what I'll do. Here comes the Rifleman. Gonna pick off the knife juggler. So, it's unfortunate my cleric didn't give me any card draw, but alright, he's armoring up, protecting himself, that's fine. We are going to... I'm not going to play the questing adventure, because if he has a cleave, he'll kill both of them. So instead, I'm going to throw out my stumpy little Chillin' Yeti this turn. There you go. Take a Yeti. Now if he wants to cleave, at least my Yeti's gonna survive it. Okay, the weaponsmith is gonna probably be destroyed. Destroy the weaponsmith. And we're gonna throw out our questing adventure? I mean, he has a weapon, but I'm gonna Shower Pain, which is gonna make him a 3/3. Or I could do Ray Leader, Shadow Word Pain. So it's either Quest Adventurer. I mean, all my cards are kind of expensive, like the Holy Nova, so I'm not going to really get a chance to really buff them up with the cards I have right now. So we're going to throw out that. We're going to Shadow Word Pain him to get rid of him and buff up my guy stronger than the weapon, so he can't just smack him away. And we're going to hit off his armor, give him a little damage, and end turn. So he could still cleave and bring my Questing Adventurer down to 1 life and then smack him with the axe. He could whirlwind, pretty much anything that he has to deal 1 damage. I mean, he definitely doesn't want that Questing Adventurer to survive for another turn, because he knows I'm going to be playing cards on my next turn, so it's just going to buff him. So here comes the smack, and he's going to do something to kill him. Alright, he's going to Inner Rage him to take off that last point of damage, which is fine. So Shadow Word Pain isn't gonna help me here. Holy Nova. I mean, I could kill him. But you know what? I'm just gonna attack him. Let this guy being on the field kind of hurt him a little bit. So for him playing minions next turn, nothing for me to heal. I guess I should have played the Ray Leader before I attacked. I guess I lost. If I lose because I don't do 1 point of damage, it's because I made that mistake. But alright, he plays a weapon. And he upgrades his weapon. And then he smacks my Yeti with... Or is he going to go... smacks my Yeti with his weapon. And... buffs up his mercenary. So he's adding quick damage to me. So there you go. We're gonna actually Holy Fire his guy. Because... it just works. There you go. Get myself some life back. Hit him. And turn. Alright, so he has a pretty strong weapon. 2 swings with that. That's 12 damage right there. Commando. Alright. Well, we're going to heal myself a little bit and get rid of the... Alright, we're going to throw out the Worgen. If he wants to use his weapon swing on that instead of hitting me in the face, that's fine too. Oh, he's going to throw his charger in there? Alright. So he does that. Brings out a Demolisher. His weapon's gone. I don't know if I want to mass this spell. I kind of want another card. I mean, I could just destroy the Demolisher and then heal myself and wait to see what it plays. But it's kind of like, well, what card am I going to get if I mass this spell? But it's like I want to kill this anyway, so why silence it and then kill it? I don't want it just hanging around. So I think I'm just going to Shadow Word it, heal myself, and be like, alright, your turn. I mean, not playing as effectively as I would like, but sometimes you just play what you can. Alright, so I pulled I top decked the Shadow Word Death, which is fantastic for me. Get rid of that big ogre. There you go. Heal myself up and turn. So that was a good top deck for me. He threw out a creature that I was going to have a problem dealing with, except I drew the one card that could help me eliminate him. So that's fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, kill your own creatures. There you go. Eliminate them all. And he gets a card draw for it. And he armors up. And throws out a Shield Master. Throws out a Shield Master. Alright, so we're gonna mass the spell just because I want another card. There you go. Get an Argent Squire. I guess Holy Nova just to get rid of the Mad Bomber and to weaken his Shield Master. There you go. And because I have the mana and he has 1 card, we'll throw out the Argent Squire. Alright. We're pretty much getting to a phase where we might be top decking for the rest of the game. Oh, he gets himself a little card draw. That gives him like a huge advantage. Oh, there goes a taunt that's going to be hard for me to get through. And he's going to hit off my bubble. Nope, going straight for my face. Straight for my face. Alright, so we're going to throw out the Berserker. There we go. And he's going to be able to kill my Berserker, but he has to use everything he has right now if he doesn't have a card. And because I'm interfiring him, it's making his damage 7. So now he's actually capable of killing everything that gets ran into it if he doesn't have a way of dealing with it. So we're going to end turn. We'll see what cards he has in his hands, if he has a Silence or or maybe he'll damage me and execute me or something, but we'll see what he has. Nope, nothing to do with my berserker. He just has to run creatures into it if he wants to. Alright, so he pops off the shield, kills my girl, and attacks me in the face. Alright, so here's the play I'm going to do. I'm going to smack him. I'm going to play the cleric. I'm going to heal up my berserker. Grab a card. And play the card that I get, a Fang Creeper. Alright, so that's pretty good. I mean, his barrel isn't going to kill anybody that he hits. Alright, actually enrages my guy even stronger. And he has to get through my taunt before he could kill these people. And I don't think he could break through my taunt and get to my berserker if he doesn't. Yeah, that card's not going to help him. He's actually in real trouble right now. So there you go. You hit him, you're just going to enrage me to where I'm going to... Alright, so... I had 17 damage. I don't know how much life he had before he erased it, but I was thinking about Mad Bombering to hit my guy to make him even stronger. Probably would have healed him first in case my bomber hit him 3 times, and he only had 2 life. I didn't want him to kill him. But, yeah. That works out. Hey, got some new quests. Priest or Warlock Dominus. What? I should have had that quest before that match. I could have got one of the wins right there. Alright, well, we got some new quests. We got our first win in the arena. We're going to do one more match for this video. I felt like I was behind a lot in that game, and you know what? Came back at the very end. A lot of people, they get a choice of a berserker in the arena, and they're like, I don't like the berserker. I love the berserker. I take it when I can. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we could get an easier win. I mean, I wasn't sure I was going to win that game at any point, so... Alright. We'll hold on to the giant because we want to start playing minions to bring him out early. And... we're going to... toss the Dispel on the Stormwind. We'll hold on to the Bomber. And we'll pick up a turn 1 Cleric, so fun for us. Alright, he doesn't play anything. If he would have played a creature or something, I might have coined Mad Bomber to try to take it out, but because he didn't play nothing, we're going to go with the turn 1 Cleric. Let's see if we could get some card draw from her this time without just being eliminated. Alright. Can't dagger my girl because I'll just heal her up and get a card draw, and that'd be a waste of time, so he has to go for my face with the dagger. I don't want to risk the bomber coming out and hitting her twice and then she could just get stabbed, so I'm actually gonna attack and just heal up that 1 damage she did to me. There you go. Alright, so starting off a little slow, a little careful. That's okay. Alright, so we could Shadow Word Pain that and then bring out the 2/1. And then I could kill the 2/1. And coin and heal myself up. I could throw out the Bomber. I think I'm gonna Shadow Word, just Shadow Word Pain him. Get that guy off the board. And then we're gonna take him out. And now I don't want him to bring up a dagger and kill her, so I'm gonna actually coin and heal so I get the card draw. Oh, thank you. And turn. Get the card draw. And There you go. He doesn't want to throw out a weak creature because then I'll just attack and heal her again, so he has to be careful what cards he plays. He needs to play one that at least has 3 attack or more. So the wolf isn't fantastic for him. Well, actually, because he's going to get buffed, it actually is a good choice. Good choice there, sir. Good choice. So, here we go. We're going to Divine Spirit him. Boom! Make him 6. And do we inner fire him or do we attack? You know what? Let's inner fire. There you go. And I mean, I could kill him and then he probably uses his wolf and maybe a dagger or something else to kill him, or I could smack him in the face and he uses both his creatures. But I don't want this guy to live just to like buff people. So let's just take out the wolf. Taking out the wolf. Because that kind of lowered his attack by 1. Right, throwing a spell at her. Sapping her. Well, that's not horrible. I could play her again and get the card draw. I mean, I lose the buffs that she had and whatnot, but not horrible. All right. Let's throw out the map bomber at this time and see what he hits. Alright. Think we just Iron Forge Rifleman and we hit. Let's hit that guy, make him a little weaker. End turn. Alright, so what's he gonna do now? Lord of the Arena. And it's going straight for my face now that he has a taunt to protect him. I could use a Shadow Word Death, but pull a Holy Nova, which is not horrible, I guess. So we're gonna throw that out right away. Boom. We're gonna use our guy to do the 3 damage. There you go. We're gonna kill his Weaponsmith. And then we're gonna bring out our Cleric. Enter. There you go. Alrighty then. Alright, so we're looking for our next turn right now. We're looking either to play our Quest Adventurer, then try to buff him up, or maybe play a Dragonlane mechanic to get more minions on the field so I could play my Mountain Giant. I mean, I play her, I have 7 mana, so I'll have 3 mana after I play her. I'll have 4 minions on the field. Oh, he's gonna kill one. I was hoping he'd just play some minions and try to get my Mountain Giant out there cheaply. Brings out a big dog. Well, I'm thinking about bringing out my own big one, but I think I'm gonna heal this guy up to get the card draw, and I get another cleric. Let's throw out the mechanic to get more minions on the field, so I have a better chance of pulling out the giant cheaply next turn. And let's go ahead and throw out another one. Alright. There we go. Tons of minions out on the field. Oh, this is one less for each card in your hand. I thought it was the other one, the one that I wasn't even reading this card correctly. I thought it was the one. I thought it was the giant. I guess that's the sea giant, right? The sea giant's the one that has the minions. Okay, so I've been totally playing this card wrong this whole time because I was too lazy to read. So how long have you guys been watching this video being like, wow, this guy has no idea what he's doing? He doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know what giant he has in his hands. Alright. How dare that dragon betray my own people? Bad dragon. Bad Mr. Bitey. Oops. Oops. Alright. That's fine. Fine. You gonna kill one of my clerics? Oh, go straight for my face? You think you have enough damage on there to kill me? No? Yes? Maybe? There you go. Kill the weak one. Alright, so we got an owl. So the owl, we're gonna just play right away. We're gonna silence the one that's buffing everybody and is a taunt. So he's gone. Next, we're going to... Heal ourselves. And then... let's make a Chillin' Yeti. And... don't really want to stack my creatures into this guy. It's like, it's gonna eliminate a lot of my board probably. Then I have to start worrying about it. It's like, alright, we're just gonna end turn. Don't want to use my cleric to kill his 3/3. We'll see what he does to try to... I mean, he has 6, 10, 13 damage right now. Maybe he'll go for my face, depending on what cards he has in there. I don't think he could risk it though. I think he needs to do some trades. So what's he gonna do to trade? He might use his champion to take out my Yeti. He probably used his Defiance to kill one of my clerics. Oh, just gonna put the Yeti back in my hand so he doesn't have to waste his champion on it. Okay. And he just put his own guy back in his hands. Okay. Switching out everything on my board. Alright, so let's throw out the questing adventure. Let's Shadower Pain the taunt. Let's throw out the Yeti. Let's kill. Alright. So we know this card is his Stormwind champion, so that could buff this guy up to a 6/4, which still dies to my either one of these creatures if he wants to attack that. So we're hoping he didn't draw something that's gonna give him a huge advantage. I mean, if he just plays the Stormwind champion and then switches this guy for one of my, probably the Quest Adventurer, then that's fair. I don't mind that at all. So he might play the Stormwind champion and then dagger up and kill my cleric. Of course, we don't know what that one card that he top decked was. I would think, ideally, he right now, without knowing what that is, if he plays the Stormwind champion, busts up this guy, use him to kill my Quest Adventurer because he can't really leave this guy alive. Dagger up and kill my 1/1. So the turn ends with him having a champion on the board and me having a Yeti. Which kind of gives him the advantage, but I will have 10 mana next turn, and with the card that I get in my hand, it will bring down the Mountain Giant's cost to 10. So I might just use all my mana to play him, depending on what he does. I mean, he doesn't have that many cards. I'm not sure. Did he go AFK? Did you? You're not sure what to do? Just you fall asleep? Hey, I'm fine with you doing nothing on your turn too. So that's cool with me. Coolio. We're gonna actually. We will now play. We're actually gonna play the Stormwind champion. Now my Yeti's strong enough to kill this guy and survive. I'm also now gonna heal up the Yeti and get card draw for it. So there's a Berserker. I'm gonna smack him in the face with the cards and end turn. And I don't know. Did he still go AFK or something? There was no reason for him not to play any cards that turn. So I think it looks like we're going to just win this game by default. I can't say if I would have won this game if he stayed and played or not, but hey, a win is a win. Close the door, take off the roof, put the sign out, glasses are breaking, and we're just going to finish it up here. We're going to play the raid leader. Smack him. Smack him. Smack him. There you go. So, there you go. That's the 2 wins in a row. Can't figure out what happened to him at the end of the game, so just decided to stop playing. And we picked up our win. So 2 in a row, not a bad start. The deck doesn't seem horrible. It got some good plays in it, some good combos. It's working. Hopefully it goes far. I've been Calabus. We'll continue this arena run in my next video. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and I will catch you next time.